it's like one of those things where the law there's so fidgety, loophole. Like, yeah, they're probably sweating a little bit. God, whoever invented pollen sucks, dude.
I saw that on your.
Dude, I hope there's a special place in hell reserved for whoever invented pollen.
I don't think somebody invented pollen per se.
Then how is it here?
I mean, I think that's just more of like a. Well, I think then you're pissed at Mother Nature. It's probably who you have it out for.
When I find her.
what was that?
You don't even want to know what I. I'm gonna hawk a loogie on her. That's what I'm gonna
great.
do.
That's great. Great
TV.
TV.
Crazy
Thank
if
you.
she's into it.
Yeah, thanks for coughing into the mic.
I went this way.
It's good. Good streaming. But anywho, so obviously, I guess it's good for them. I mean, we were kind of talking about it. It was a random weird thing that it was just all of a sudden.
Yeah, we went 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah. So I mean,
do you imagine just sitting there playing poker and then the feds walk in? Oh, whoa.
That'd be pretty wild. I mean, like if we were, well, I mean, we can just say for us, if we were at a local club or local casino or anything like that, and then, you know, we're just minding our own business, playing cards or whatever.
You know, someone was getting a back massage too at the same time.
Yeah,
They're just like,
they're like half falling asleep at the table, and then they look up and
they hear him saying, "Take your chips with you." What?
What's going on, man? But yeah, so we'll leave it there. I'm sure they'll be opening up soon, and then also, I mean, it is one of the biggest poker clubs, I think, in the U.S. Right?
It's like one of the few poker clubs that I know.
Yeah,
I haven't even been there.
For sure. So the next story, move on real quick to a gentleman by the name of Maurice Hawkins, filed for bankruptcy. So when I was obviously doing
Maurice.
So when I was doing research on him, just for the story, obviously for the show, he's a 24-time World Series of Poker circuit gold ring winner.
Not same Maurice.
Yeah. And then, so he filed for bankruptcy to absolve himself of a debt that he had with a pretty prominent Las Vegas individual.
Bruno Mars?
No, not Bruno Mars.
Why didn't Bruno Mars just do that? Who was it? I'm sorry.
Gentleman by the name of Randy Garcia is the.
That sounds familiar. I genuinely don't know who it is, but it sounds familiar. I'm an idiot. You gotta remember this.
I know. It's okay. But yeah, so I think the reported debt amount, I think, was over 6 figures. So it wasn't chump change, shall we say? But
so they'll let you file bankruptcy for that. But my student loans are ixnay. Love that. But yeah,
I think you might be able to just file for bankruptcy and see what happens.
I might just wing it. Yeah, you know, fuck it, we ball. Can I say that? I don't know if I can. Can I say it? We'll fix it in post.
I know, right? We'll edit this.
We're not live, are we?
No, we're not. But yeah, so also, if you go to or if you check out Poker News on Facebook, they interviewed that guy, Maurice Hawkins, and it was actually, I may have sent that video to you, but it was a pretty intense encounter because one of the hosts of the podcast that they were doing really went in on him. And so if you check that out, it was pretty good. But I think this also raises more questions about even
in Cleveland, we know sports.
No, very nice. No, what I was going to say was kind of just raises more questions about maybe personal financial responsibility within poker players, which I myself, and then I'm sure you can attest to it a little bit, just that you can, if you don't manage your bankroll and everything correctly, you can get yourself into financial trouble.
Oh yeah, that's bold of you to say that poker players have financial responsibility.
No, I wasn't saying that they do. I'm just saying it brings up the questions of.
Oh, should you have? Yeah, you absolutely should.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing anything, I'm dying over here. If you're doing anything, you need financial responsibility, 100%.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we go to jail because we.
What
Is
do
that
you do?
your ice machine, or is that someone ringing a bell? And,
What
yeah,
are you
we
doing?
go
What
to
are you doing with your
jail.
hands there?
6, 7. Yeah, but you gotta pay bills, or we get in trouble. We're not at the 1%. So
Is that a shot at anyone in particular?
no, just the life in general.
I know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, I didn't read any of the details on why he was either borrowing money or what really happened in that regard. But listen, for anyone who's playing more higher stakes and anything like that, obviously you can get yourself into six-figure debt pretty quickly or whatnot. Now, also, it was kind of there was a lot of criticism for this gentleman in particular because he was kind of like on social media, kind of gloating about his wins and stuff like that recently. But then
So he's a washed up player, basically. He probably took out loans to buy into a tournament and ran bad, and then owed the money. And
that's what I mean. That easily could have what happened, or easily could have been in this situation right here where he kind of borrowed from, like I said, like a prominent Las Vegas individual.
Oh yeah.
And then, you're borrowing money to play in tournaments or play a cash game or whatnot, and then
To gamble.
Yeah.
People could say poker's a strategy game, which it is a big part strategy, but it's also gambling in the end. Big part gambling, big part skill, absolutely. But a poker bankroll tip, and something that kind of applies to anything. One of my buddies has this book that he read, and he's like, if you can't afford to do the tournament 10 times over, don't do the tournament. If you can't afford the buy-in 10 times over, don't do the buy-in. If you can't afford to yeah, we'll fix that in post. If we can't afford to buy this new mattress 10 times over, don't buy it. Simple as that.
Yeah, then also I kind of again in that same vein, like if you're playing cash game and if you can't afford, I think it was like maybe 50 or 100 times whatever the stakes are or whatnot. That should be your poker bankroll. So let's say if you're playing 1-3, I think your poker bankroll should be around 3,000.
Yeah,
3K.
if you're playing it regularly,
Yeah.
you should have that. If you don't want to walk out crying, stressing, like if you're walking in planning to lose $300, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna put one buy-in in. Sure, whatever, have fun with it. That's the thing. But if you're playing like professionally and you're trying to make money and you're running your numbers, you're looking at your results, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you need at least like 3,000. Otherwise, you're gonna be one day could screw you over, and then you're done.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of what ties into the personal responsibility part of it, where like you can't or if you're running bad on a day, so if you bring two buy-ins with you, if you are playing 1-3, so if you bring 500 to 600 with you and you have like a terrible hour and a half and then you lose as much as you want to grind it, and try and make it all back or make your money back, it's probably best just to go home.
Yeah, if you're not financially set to be able, because bad runs happen.
Because you don't want to go down, and then all of a sudden you're down like 900.
Yeah,
over
900 that you can't afford.
Yeah,
that's the other part.
Or just well, yeah, or if you're in your, or if you lose 1,000 out of your bankroll, like all of a sudden your bankroll is down a third, 40%. You know what I mean? And then it's just, especially if you want to focus on playing it full time and you don't have like I guess a part-time job while playing it or whatnot, but probably still should have a part-time job probably.
Probably, unless you're winning six figures regularly, then you can roll off that for a little bit.
Yeah, I guess just more on a lower level. Obviously, if you're somebody who's playing, I guess, higher stakes cash game or like slightly higher stake tournament players, and if you win a couple tournaments, then you're good because you can
just bank off that for a while. Yeah, you can just live your life. You're good for a little bit. You play some online poker to supplement your day-to-day needs because there's some people who they win like $500 a day on online poker. Yeah, there's a lot of money in it, especially now with online poker. It's so accessible that people just punt money away. It's insane.
Or just the amount of people that I have witnessed at a poker table. Obviously, you're live, you're playing that, and then you have your laptop or
and
tablet out,
online
and
poker
then you
there
have
at the table too. Yeah,
you have like 2 or 3 games with that going. I was just like, how the hell do they?
it's overstimulation. That's what it is.
That's what I mean.
It's
Like, it's to me that's wild. Like,
to me it is too. I've tried it before. I've tried just with a live game and one game. And I'm just like, I'm losing focus on. I mixed my hands up the one time. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll fix that in post.
Well, I mean, so to your point, I mean, for me, like just playing live at the table for me is like enough stimulation, because you're also in that atmosphere. Like, you're sitting at a table and then you're just in the room, just hearing the poker chips clink.
Yeah. Now, sometimes if you're at a slow table, I understand. Like, if it keeps going around and everyone's taking like 2 minutes to decide what they want to do, or if you've just been card dead for like the last hour and you don't want to make yourself play something stupid, that's when you open up the online poker and you're like, okay, I'll see more hands and I'll see better cards this way eventually. Because then, like, we get to the point, you start being card dead half hour, you're like, yeah, 5-7 offsuit. Yeah, I'll raise with that. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's better than my queen deuce.
It's like 5. Yeah, or just like your king 7 suited.
Yeah, fuck it, all in. We'll fix that in post. Sorry, I gotta watch my sensor. I need a bleep button.
We can drop F-bombs.
I need a bleep button. Oh, we can drop F-bombs?
Yeah, why wouldn't we be able to?
Because the media. All right, hell yeah. But can I say that? Oh, no.
Well, yeah, so also to our next topic here, just I guess our fun.
Yeah, did you like that little segue?
That was great. But then you ruined the segue by trying to censor yourself.
Segues are weird.
It wouldn't be a poker podcast with you if it wasn't awkward. But anywho, so kind of what you were talking about, our fun topic of the day, we were going to discuss our favorites. What do you want to call it? Like our favorite bad hands, or just our favorite?
Just like, it's like your favorite hands that look good. Oh, your drunken hands.
Yeah.
There we go. They look good at the moment, but then you look back, you're like, you know what? Not my best.
Yeah. So what are yours?
I'll start off.
Yeah, please.
One hand that I really like is actually 6-4.
Okay.
Suited's better, of course, but offsuit, I still tend to play it because I've actually gotten a bunch of full houses with 6-4 in tournament play and in cash game. Like, it has hit for me so many times, but it's also not hit for me as many times more.
I'm guessing that it's probably have not hit for you more times than not.
Most likely. But like, I also can't help looking at it, Easy E cruising down the street in my 6-4.
Oh boy.
I got a gang of that beep, man.
No, that's a good one. I mean, I know he's not watching. I don't think he's awake yet, but a friend of mine, we would always play 10-8 offsuit.
Okay. Any reason?
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. So my buddy can probably tell the story better, but he's won a couple very big hands with 10-8 offsuit.
Okay.
And like in cash game and also in tournament. So like for him, that was kind of a favorite. And then we would both obviously play 10-8 offsuit. And it can sneaky hit because you can obviously, you could flop a straight, or like 10-8 off, that's a solid 2-pair hand that can crack either an overpair or your ace king, ace queen, etc. So I mean, the 10-8's good. I mean, suited connectors are always really good.
Suited connectors are the best. You always play those. I mean, unless
5-6 suited,
2-3,
Jack
you don't
10
touch that too much unless you're going for the low. But like,
2-3 if you're in a good cash game table.
Yeah.
And let's say if you're running well and you're
you
up
just
a good
gotta
amount
be
of
careful
money.
with it. Yeah, that's one of the ones you gotta be careful with. It's like you're dead most of the time, but when you hit the wheel, you hit the wheel. Yeah. But like another hand is like King 10 offsuit. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the way it looks.
Why do you love the way King 10 offs?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm a 10 and I'm a king. It's like looking in a
Oh,
mirror.
oh.
No, I don't know. It looks good in my King 10 of hearts though. I do like that. That's a good hand. But the thing that sucks with King 10, no matter what it is you can't really.
When you flop a 10, someone has ace 10, and then you're always fine.
Yeah, you can't really 3-bet it. You call a 3-bet with it, and then you pray that your suits are there, or you pray that you bank a 2-pair, because most of the time, if it's 3-bet and you call, your king is going to be beat, or your 10 is going to be beat, or it's going to come middle wrap, so straights down there. It looks good in the hand because it's 2 Broadway cards, but they're not close enough for it to be strong enough. It's a 2-gapper. It'd be basically playing like 5-8.
5-8, yeah.
Yeah, it's like playing that.
No, yeah, I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know. King 10, I'm usually folding.
Really? Yeah, like, see, that's just one of those hands. It's like, it's one of those hands.
It
looks good in the moment. You're like, you know what? Maybe this is the hand.
Yeah, like even if I'm in late position and I have King 10, just I don't want any part of this.
I'd keep it. Early position though, I get rid of it a lot of the time. Again, that's how it is with these hands. They look good in the moment.
No, for sure. I mean, listen, like a Jack 9 suited, something like that, where you can obviously, if the flop comes, obviously if it's 7, 8, 10, you flop the nuts right there. But
Jack 10 is one of my favorite hands, just because. So again, with King 10, it limits you at the straights that you can get. All you can get is Broadway with those 2 cards, unless you have just one to another one. Yeah. Jack 10, you've got then a couple straights you can hit. I think it's 3 you could hit if you get really lucky, but like 2 easily.
Queen 9, Jack 10, Jack 9, Jack 8. Yeah. 10, 8, of course. So
you got more options with those.
Yeah. You can always get like you said, Broadway, just in the other straight. Usually if you get 2 pair there, you're crushing pretty well. So, yeah, and then, you could always, I mean, how do you feel about ace X suited? Always play it?
Depends what the action is. It does. Depends what the action is. If I have a high suited ace, yeah, I play it.
I think you always raise there too.
Yeah, again, depends on what the action is. If it's been 3-bet already into a 4-bet, and I'm not gonna 5-bet if I just have ace 7 suited. I'm just gonna.
Why not?
A 4-bet, bro. A 4-bet. That I'm putting them on. Just stronger ace immediately.
Just jam,
pocket pair, and then you're just banking on the flush. That's all you're doing.
Just jam.
Just jam. Simple as that.
Who cares? Just jam, dude. Who cares?
Shove. Think later. Shove. I'm gonna do that. I might do that tonight. If I get ace 7 suited, I'm gonna pull my phone and record it. Like, just shove. Don't even think. The action's gonna be like 20 cents to me. All in for 70.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then the guy behind me is gonna have pocket kings.
Maybe they fold. Maybe they pretend to be a hero fold.
But yeah, if it's a weak ace, weak suited ace, if there's a lot of people in the hand and you get priced in to pay it, it's like, oh yeah, my equity's better here, and then you're praying for the flop. You don't want the ace to come up if you're facing like a 3 or 4-bet hand. You don't want the ace to come up if you have like ace 4, ace to 5 X suited. You don't want the ace to come because your ace is beat.
Because you can smack the wheel, or you just flop 2 pair, and then that ace king, ace queen probably doesn't get away from it.
Maybe that's where it's like, if you flop that ace with a weak ace in a high race pre-flop, your ace is beat and you need another part.
Yeah,
you can't win with just an ace alone there most of the time, unless you're running into, which I've seen it before, pocket 10s against pocket jacks, against pocket queens, against pocket kings.
It's a wild hand.
Yeah, and then
they were all
an ace 4 won with the ace in the window.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
But again, that's one of those things where it's like, oh, you're priced in. Yeah. You're priced in. You got 4 people all shoved. You're like, okay.
Was it the chip leader and they were running good?
No, it was actually middle stack. So he took a portion. Chip leader was the one who had pocket 10s. tried to squeeze
Yeah.
because it was a 3-bet around, and then it got to him, and he shoved, and then snap call, snap call, snap call, snap call.
Yeah. Queens and kings snap it off. Then it gets back.
Jax was like, all right.
That was probably a bad call by the Jacks then.
Probably. But like I said, he was like middle, semi-short. He might have been short stack.
Yeah, but granted, this is all revisionist history or whatever, but I mean, I think in that moment, and I don't know about you, but like if you are facing, like a 3-bet or like a raise, 3-bet, shove, snap, like you have jacks.
I might call if I'm a short stack and I'm like, you know what? It's either I triple up here and I'm right back into the game, or I'm going home. It depends how the night was going.
Yeah, but you're behind.
Yeah.
In that scenario, I think 98% of the time.
Probably, yeah. But it's like, especially if I've been card dead too, and it's like, well, it's this hand or no hand.
See you later.
Let's do it.
And then of course,
you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart of the Cards.
Yeah. And then of course, at that moment when you're card dead and you finally see a good hand, and then you shove.
That's when that happens.
Yeah. So maybe, like I said, it's revisionist history. Obviously, it's easy for me to say because I wasn't in that situation nor at that table. But I think I think you're behind most of the time anyway.
100%. 100%. And that's at we do $50 buy-in. So that hand itself was, I think, about like $300-$400 right there.
Yeah.
Pre-flop action. Like,
I know the game you do on Mondays is cash game, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
They're only come, let me know.
We'll see, maybe.
Yeah. Now that we're co-workers, kind of. They don't know where I'm at.
That's fair. Oh, they don't know where I'm at.
I don't know where I'm at.
That's usually most of the time anyway, right?
Yeah.
All right. Any other?
Any other?
Randy, our random hand rankings? Like I said.
I can tell you my least favorite hand. It's a cursed hand. Ace-9. Ace-9.
Yeah.
I always lose against it. If you're ever playing poker with me, you get Ace-9, and I'm in a hand, you're going to win. You're going to win. It's as simple as that.
What has Ace-9 done to you?
My first time playing at Jack, actually.
Oh, boy. No.
I mean, a casino that
local
is
casino.
Not sponsored by. We're not sponsored by a jacked up casino. That's what I meant to say. I got it cut out there. It cut out. We'll fix that in post.
Oh boy!
I'm playing and I'm doing good. I was actually up a good bit. I bought in for 200. My stack was at, I want to say, about 600.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I'm running good, and I'm going against this one dude who's playing on his phone. And what happened? First time it happened. It was always the fucking oh wait, we can say that. It was always like the 9 on the turn or the river. I can't remember what it was. But the first one, it gave me. I was ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I was ahead by a long shot.
Did you have him crushed like Ace Queen, Ace King?
Oh, I had him fucking dominated, dude. Yeah, it was like Ace King. He had Ace-9. And so there's 2 of them that I'm mixing up in my mind. It happened with the same guy both times. And then with my buddies at the home game too, but the first 2 are the ones that said it. So one of them was like the 9 on the river gave him a boat. And I think it gave me the straight or something. I can't remember. But the second time, I remember this one well. I had Ace King suited.
Okay.
Ace King clubs.
Okay.
There was Ace of Spades on the river, or not on the river, on the flop, and 2 clubs.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, sweet. I'm feeling great here. So I'm betting
I don't think you're never
this whole time.
Yeah.
Betting this whole time.
I'm guessing you whiff on the nut flush.
No, actually, the river.
Oh no.
Brought. I want to say there was a 9 on the flop.
Okay.
The turn was the 9 of clubs.
Oh no.
Or no, it was the river. I remember it came on the river. Either way, the 9 of clubs, he flipped over. He actually had me creamed at first. It was either, no, the first hand he had pocket aces. I was creamed the first hand, but it was good enough for me that I was able to get my money. And I think I got a set and he had pocket aces. This one, he had ace nine. And yeah, the river 9 of clubs gave me the nut flush and gave him the boat.
So the flop was
it was horrible.
ace, 9 of clubs, another club.
No, 9 of clubs didn't come until the river.
Or I'm sorry. So
it was 2 clubs, and then the river gave me the nut flush. It got his set or 2 pair into a boat. One of them it was a 2 pair turned into a boat. One of them it was a set turned into a boat. And I was like,
Gotcha.
God, both of them were aces full of nines or nines full of aces. And I was just like, I'm going home on that one.
Yeah, I feel pretty sick right now.
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And it was like in a span of like an hour and a half. So it was still like fresh in my mind. I was battling back from where I was and just,
so
even the guy was sitting there, he was looking at me, he's like, that's the one card that screwed you. He was like, otherwise you get my money up until the river. He was like, if that card doesn't come on the river, I fold. But yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, do you want me to move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I just didn't want you to relive past drama. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Pull the knife out.
Yeah. All right. Last segment that we have for you is another one of our player focus. And this week, or this episode, is none other than the magician, Antonio Esfandiari. He's probably...
Whoa. Whoa, how does he do that?
I mean this with all love. You're an idiot. But yeah, 3-time WSOP bracelet winner, 2-time WPT winner. He was the inaugural winner of the big one for one drop, that tournament where it's $1 million buy-in for like I think half the, most of it goes to charity or something like that.
$1 million, yeah.
And then also like when he won the initial one, I think it was back in 2012. I think it was at the time, or in history, it's the second largest single payout for a tournament winner. I think it was like 19 million or something like that.
Good bit.
So, I mean, also like many other wins. I mean, he does very well in cash game. Obviously, he was part of the crew that did the first high stakes poker back in the day. And a lot of those.
So, yeah, he's an old head in there.
Yeah, but for me, I think he's a good player. But then also he kind of does similar to what Negreanu does, just with the being more personable at the table.
Yeah, I've seen that from him a little bit. I mean, when you sent me the name, I didn't remember who it was at first until I had to look it up. And then, of course, one of the articles I'm reading is like, yeah, he's not usually named among the greats, but like, yeah, he's a good player. He's a prime example of tight is right. He's got a really tight range, tight butthole. He plays his strong hands and he pushes them well. He knows when he can bet. He knows when to fold. He doesn't try to get too flashy, and it's really boring to watch and play sometimes because you said you can go on card drought and just wait for your prime hands and you can get paid on it. He's the prime example of it.
No, that's for sure. That was good. But yeah, that's all I have. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I find it's crazy that he was a magician first.
Yeah, I think he was actually.
So I did some reading on him. I was like, yeah, he was a magician turned into a poker player. Yeah, dude just plays a really tight range. Yeah. Plays his strong hands, plays them well. Does normal c-bet action, but he knows when not to as well. Like if he leads out with a strong hand and the board comes out king 5-2, I think was the one example I saw, and he's playing against Phil Ivey, who we've already talked about.
Yep.
He knows that like a c-bet in the range that Ivey's calling him, knowing his tight range, he knows he's not really far ahead right now if he is ahead at that. So he recognizes opportunities to punish weak hands, and that's how he makes his money.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. It was a pleasure doing this again.
Yeah,
with you.
I'm back from Mexico. Ay, 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 ay.
All right,
Blah!
to everyone who,
Muy caliente.
I mean, I'll be honest. If you've watched this far into this to the show, I mean that's impressive.
Swiper, no swiping. Someone told me that's not Spanish.
What, swiping or no swiping?
Swiper, no swiping. I said, bro, it's in Dora. How are you going to tell me that's not Spanish? Anyways.
All right. To everyone who watched and commented, thank you guys very much, and we will see you next time.